Hello, and hello again. This is Neo Star Fury. Today I'm going to continue to build on a ship that I was building on the other day. This is Empyrion Galactic Survival. It's a really nice building game. You can build anything you want here. Spaceships, hovercrafts, robots, Star Trek, Star Wars, Babylon 5, whatever your heart's desire. Pretty much anything you want. Building bases, space stations. You can bring your friends in, have a free-for-all battle by building your ships to a battle standard and having a big event. Right now I'm running a 30, or see, I'm not sure, 35 man server right now, maybe 10, I don't even remember. But anyways, this is a really fun building game, so thumbs up if you like it, and I'll keep streaming it. Make sure you hit those thumbs up to say you like it, and subscribe if you like to keep up with me when I'm doing the streams on this game. I also live stream a few other games too, but I gotta kind of stretch myself thin to do everything I want to do. This is my base that I was working on. Basically, it's like a giant Walmart or Costco, whatever. But this is just the start of the base I was working on the planet's surface. Now I am working on a huge capital ship in space that I will go back to building as soon as I get out of here. But yeah, this is my station where friends can come and join and visit and do the commerce. It's a huge planet, so there's plenty of room to build. If you're interested, just hit me up on the chat, leave a post, a comment, and make sure you hit those likes as much as possible. And I will keep streaming. If you don't want me to stream this, thumbs down, and I will find something else to stream. But for now, thumbs up for me. I need them. So I'm going to go ahead back to space where I was recently at. I got a few things I got to take care of first. One's going to be all my, all my admin permissions I can actually do. That way I can craft without having to hunt for stuff right away. Alright, there's my Orion mech, as you saw on the server thumbnail, which I'm learning how to do those. I've got the face off of it now so that people know what I'm playing. Basically, that's my previous build before this huge patch came up. They did a lot of changes to it, so it's definitely new and different. It's got guns, and it looks like the guns are retracted, which means that I didn't know that they did that, but yeah, they got a retraction system now where the guns go hide themselves, I guess. So I'm gonna go into there and find out what's going on with that. Let me hit that real quick. Oop, wrong button. All right, here we go. Let's see, systems, weapons. See, there should be a Alright, let's get out of here. Oh, there they are. See, the weapons show themselves. That is so cool. Yeah, the weapons actually are hidden and retracted when you're not using them. That is a really cool feature. I didn't know, and I noticed that before. That is pretty freaking nice. Excuse my language. Wow. Who would have guessed? That's pretty neat. I like that. I like that a lot. Let's go ahead. Oops. Get back in there. Let's go back in there, and I wish I can do that with the. Yeah. Well, anyways, it doesn't matter. I'm going to go ahead and head up to the surface of the space. I was building a large building there. It's going to take me some time to build it, but you know, this game got nothing but time. Pick your imagination. Select what you're going to build your heart's desire, and have a blast at doing it. I'm going straight up because it's pretty much where I need to go, and now of course I'm leaving the atmosphere. Alright. Now I've got to go find the capital ship I'm working on. It looks like they call it the Cat, but it's going to be changed. I got to change the name of it. There's rules and reasons why I'm doing that. I just gotta find the birds. I got several projects going on here, and I can't keep up with one or the other, so. Alright, there's one I was working on, but, you know, I have a real, oh no, that's an asteroid. No, that is actually one that I was working on, but, oh, that's the Super NES. Oh, that's a Nintendo from back in the day. A real funny way to think the thing to build, but it's a Nintendo. That's actually a capital ship, by the way. It's created by another player. It's come in the workshop. Now, when you create stuff, you can save it and put it in the workshop. So yeah, that's pretty cool little thing there. You can actually build anything. That's what makes the game so much fun. All right, let's see what we got here. I'm looking for. I have a tendency of doing too many things, and then just, well, it can get confusing. Well, looks like that's not it. Yeah, in space, you can get lost, so make sure you mark your areas down real good so you know. Me, I you know, went to the planet to show it yesterday, and I ended up getting myself a little confused. Yeah. So, but I can see the NES from here. It's not a very big ship. It looks like a rocket space. So that means the other ones are right here somewhere. I wouldn't mind finding the build I've already started. There we go. Alright. Alright, there's... Oh yeah. I was basically messing around with the small vessel design over here. Basically... Oh, here's my school bus. And a copy of my Orion mech. Yes, I did a space school bus. And I labeled it Ride the Short Bus. Meet me. Some people might take offense to that, but oh well. There's a school bus. And I do believe I may have found my other build design straight ahead. Make sure this is the right one. Oh, no, it's not the one. That was another one I started, never got around to finishing. That was a small vessel I was working on. That was a capital vehicle. Yeah, I got a lot of derelict parts flying around here, but it's all in good fun, I suppose, you know. I'm just trying to find the one I was building on here. Yes. Yes. Alright, there it is up there. The one I had more done on. This is going to be like a caterpillar or a dragonfly or whatever you want to call it, but it's been being worked on for a while, and I do have another short bus there, see? The bus right there. Me. Alright, see, this is a larger ship. It's going to be a multi-tier. It's going to be for capital ship. Pretty much the way I'm going to build it, it's going to act both as a base and as a capital ship as well. I can turn off the engines and just leave it on the planet, but anyways, yeah. I'm working on a design right now with it, so it'll do what I want it to do. I'm going to go ahead and jump out and proceed with the build and get a view of it so you can see it. Alright, so here I go. I'm getting out of the ship and I am floating in space. I put my helmet back on even though I'm in God mode. It doesn't hurt to keep that helmet on because you can accidentally hit the G button and lose your God mode. And then you can suffocate to death, the red, and then die. Now, if I had the way, if I was creating this game, I'd make it instant death as soon as you walk out in space without a helmet, just to teach you a lesson. Oh, this will give you an idea how big this thing really is going to be. These are NPCs you can set out and have them do whatever, like character models. Right now, I got an alien dude checking out this chick. She's dancing with him too. They've been dancing for hours. I'm sure those two are probably wishing they can go to sleep, but anyways, they're stuck here. Um, Whoever taught those to dance really doesn't know how to dance themselves. I mean, who dances like that? Nobody I know. Ugh. Anyways, you get the concept of how big this ship's going to be per block. Now, look at this. I'm the same size as those characters, and I can get away with a single block for a room. You know, a single block tall. But no, I'm going to keep it up. I'm going to get two, so there's a little more work to play with. You know, so you can jump around without clipping the ship. So anyways, I will go ahead now. I'm thinking about a new design on this to continue the building process. Currently working on this side right here, doing the same thing I'm doing over here. These are not going to stay open. It's going to be sealed. There's going to be blocks that are just going to cover the whole thing, so you won't be able to see those. But I left them open so you can get an idea exactly what the build's going to have on it. How you can stuff your oxygen and your fuel and your jets, stuff like that in here, and basically fill this up. The RCS will help it fly and turn, and so on. I know it's a big waste of space in here because you can actually build a lot more in here. Well, that's no big deal really. Down here I have the generators and of course the weapons boxes. You can have as many or as little as you want on these. I'm going to also be putting RCS in here too, which means right now I need to do that. I need to grab these RCS and start filling these in. I didn't quite get this done yesterday. Got to go to work every day, so it's important that I get things done when I can. Now, unfortunately, I got that blocked up. I can't put it down there. This is different. Yeah, I did do that different. Okay. Well, I'll fix that right now. Alright, to fix that, all I have to do is take and put that here. Okay, now I'll put this here. And then I pick this up. And I hit the number home, I really can't see it. I got the keyboard all messed up. The delete button, and it'll give me a different tool to turn with. So, there we go. There we go. Alright, so all I gotta do now is delete button. Bring that down. Boom. Okay, see, it may not exactly be right, but at least I can get the RCS where I want it and how I want it. And of course, keep in mind that the blocks have to fit in the blocks you're trying to put. If you don't, they'll be sticking on exposed. Again, the RCS are what you need to keep in your ship at all points. Doesn't take too much. Doesn't take a lot, but I'm sure the more the merrier, right? Just keep that in mind when you're building your ship, because you're going to need to keep the thing able to be moved. As you notice, I don't have thrusters on the bottom because it's really not required at this time. All my thrusting systems are going to be up top tier. You won't be able to see them. I have thrusters going upwards so they can push down, to the left so they can go left, and backwards so they can stop. There will be other tiers of thrusters that are going to be going the opposite directions of each one of these to accommodate the difference on thrust and which way to go. But the ship's not quite done yet, so it's still plenty of time to build more. No big deal. Alright, so I got that all situated. Now what I'm going to do here is I'm going to open my inventory, put those back in there. I'm going to bring, let's see, I need to bring out thrusters. Let's see. Actually, I think I need to get rid. Oh yeah, okay, that's fine. All right. There's three of these. I gotta put these three out. Let me see. Set this up properly. Well, that's reverse. Alright, so I put these the same way I have those on the opposite side. The reason being is if you put thrusters on your ship to take off like a regular rocket and you fail, um, if you fail to put them the other opposite way, when you try to stop, you're not going to stop. It's going to continue to go forward because all that thruster power is there. Sure, you can turn off the power grid to slow it down, but the ship will still continue to travel until its inertia finally ends, or when you log off. It's just going to continue to go. And there's not a thing you can do about it. Okay. Item menu gives you the ability to look for items in category without having to spend all day on a single page. And of course, that's for cheaters like me who just want to build without looking for the materials because I'm a lazy fat turd. Not really. But no. I like to build so people can see. And then you can come up with your own designs just like me. Now I'm going to go to the medium thrusters. We do have to do these a different way as you've seen on my other design. So I gotta, okay, go over here. That's facing the right way. Alright. Now I did these smaller ones for maneuverability because they don't need to be huge to turn. The amount I'm putting in will accommodate and compensate for the turn. Of course, a big ship's not supposed to turn fast like a fighter, so got to give it a little bit of cumbersome abilities. Now, let's see. I got to make sure to match these. I like to keep them even and equal. I like to do everything the same. It's just the way I do things. Alright, so now the next one's going to go. Okay, yeah. Now, see, I think I got them right. Alright. Alright, so let's do this. No, that was wrong. There, okay. That's right beside it. I'm doing it as I go because if I don't do it as I go, what's going to happen is I might forget. And then I'll have a problem because then I've made a mistake and I've got to go back and correct that mistake. And nothing's worse than having to tear your ship apart to find the appropriate component. And now, the way I have it here, I should probably go ahead and make it longer, but I don't really need it to be like so big that I'm going to take a year to build it. 4-tier is probably more than it needs to be. It's going to have a rear tier for thrusters. Main propulsion system is going to be all connected there. Then it's going to have a what do you call it? Invertebrate. A vertebrae. It's going to go across the top and connect these blocks. It's going to be looking like it's holding onto these individual ports with a center divide. And then I'm going to have the final part of the ship on the front. That's going to be the hardest part. Now, making a ship look good from behind, it's a challenge on its own because not only do you got to make sure everything is uniform and the same, you don't have to actually do that. You can make it look as different as you want. But it's going to be that you need to have things sort of set up so you can, say it looks good for you. Now there are ship designs out there that you can build it. It doesn't matter if it matches. It could be a wonky design. It'll still work. So I would take that as saying that because I don't want you to think that it's got to be perfect. It doesn't have to be perfect. I shouldn't have even said that to begin with. But anyways, I like to be perfect. I like to have everything right where I want it, so that when I do go into battle, repairing it will be easy. All right. So that section's well, not quite done yet. So now I need to put the fuel tanks in and the oxygen tanks as well. So in order to do that, I need to go ahead and do that. Now I'm gonna go look at my fuel tanks. Um, Feel free to say hello anytime if you want. Um, Push the like key if you can. If you'd like to see me build more, I'll continue to build this thing until it's done. Everything from the building all the way to the design of it. Oop. So I want to keep everybody interested in this. All right, now like I did last time, I put my fuel tanks in the same row setup as I did over there. Now you see I can't put it there. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to make it as many tanks as I can get in that row per section. You would not have to physically fill these up unless you want to. You can have them set up where you can open the door and stick your own fuel cells in, but it's always easier just to use the console command and be able to fill up all your fuel up. You know, it doesn't have to be pretty, because once you put fuel in there, it's going to get used. Now I'm hoping that when I do finish this build, it will be what I want it to be, and it's going to be my own design. I've never seen anything quite like this, except for one backer program that I'm playing. It's got a caterpillar, but it's prettier than this because it's smaller and compact, and the blocks ain't all wonky and large. And by the way, that's a very good. I also stream Star Citizen. So if you're interested in that, just let me know on the chat bar at the bottom, and I'll hook you up with a visual of that game sometime during the weekend. Oops. One more. So please let me know what you want to see, and I'll make it happen. Alright, so let me go ahead and fill up these oxygen tanks. Now, being this is a large ship, I think I'm going to end up having multiple oxygen stations to use to fill up your oxygen tanks with. For now, it's going to have just the one area here. So that's that. Don't ever be in a rush to build. I mean, I want to be in a hurry to get this built, but getting in a rush ain't going to get it done. And this ship will be available to all people who want it once I put it in the workshop. So you can download it, do what you like, make changes if you can, and improve upon my design. Alright, looks like I am out of, yes, I'm out of oxygen tanks. So I'm going to have to get some more. And they're right here. Okay. Now I am going to get some more oxygen tanks eventually. I don't want to stop at just these little bit of oxygen tanks. I'm gonna make sure there's so many oxygen tanks and fuel tanks that once you get this ship and you got enough fuel to fill it up all the way, the warp drive and all that stuff, then you just do whatever you want. You can stay in space as a space station, or oops, crap. Well, see what I did there, right? And you can pick it up just like that, and it goes back in your inventory. Alright, so there is that. Now, when it comes time to do the forward thrust, that's going to be all towards the rear of the ship, because obviously I'm not going to need to have them all along. These other thrusters are designed just to slow it down. So, once I'm learning little things as I go in the streaming event. Eventually, I'm going to learn how to edit. Once I learn how to do that properly, I can just make a fast film, just start from scratch and go all the way up. so you can see the ship built in a more modern speed. But for now, I'm going to go ahead and start this section that I was doing over there. Same design, it's a little shorter though. It's not exactly the same length, and it doesn't need to be. For the simple fact is that I could extend that out later if I wanted to. It's only like maybe a block or two, and I may actually end up doing that, putting force fields up. So, oh, ooh, excuse me, guys. That's what happens when you drink soda. Soda's not really good for you, but I'll just keep telling myself that, right? Okay, so it looks like that all I gotta do now is just okay, 4 generators. So I'll put these 2 up. All right, so here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go over here, take a look at my design real quick, make sure that I'm looking at it right. This is the way it's gotta start out. Oh, you know what? I'll put these away and put these in there. Okay. Alright. So I'm going to go over here. I know where I got to do to start here. I'm going to go to the blocks here. Same way I did the top, I'm going to do the bottom to match. So, this right here is the starting point. There. And since I'm doing it this way, I'm going to go ahead and travel the 4 blocks in the same direction and do it the same way. Reasons so I can actually build each side as I go. Now there is a ship owner thingy here. It's your template to basically, if that gets destroyed, this is useless to you forever. So you gotta keep that protected. I'm going to build something into that area to actually protect that, but for now I'm going to go over here and just do this. That's one of the things I was going to be working on, but we're going to go do that afterwards. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and just do it a little at a time here. Usually I go ahead and do the first row, then I do the first section, but no, I'm not going to do it this time. I'm just going to go on and do it this way. Right on. Now, I've got to find out some rules about music. I like to listen to music, but they censored one of my videos one time because I was listening to my YouTube. You know, ownership rights to using a song online. There's all these strict rules and laws. You can't have anything unless you pay for it. Which, I'm sorry to say, it's just the way it is. Can't get mad at the people for that. I'd hate somebody using my music for something. If I did music, that is. And no, I don't sing, and don't even think about asking me, because unless you like to torment yourself, I would advise against it. Actually, I wish I could sing. That'd be useful. I do tell some good jokes. Most of my jokes, however, are also rated R for retarded. That's not really a word, is it? Ridiculous. There we go. The R were rated R. Ridiculous. Actually, that could be a double-edged sword, that word. Yeah, I'll probably get a bunch of hate mail now. You don't use certain words on the internet, it gets you in trouble. Keep that in mind. So for now, I'm just going to build, so enjoy the show. Be sure to hit them likes if you want to see more of these builds. Give it about a month of this, and if I don't see as many likes, then I will switch on to the next program and hope that perhaps you want to see that. But I will continue to build on this thing no matter what because I want to finish those up just because. Oops. I'll fill that all in once I have things in place that I'm going to need. The reason for these is because I like to keep things. I want to have like an indentation. You ever seen like on Star Wars how the Death Star has those huge corridors that are actually pointless to have in space, but they have them anyways with the guns and stuff. That's pretty much what I want here, so that I can actually uh, build around it. Now I also I do a lot of changing the design. So if you're wondering why I do certain things, it's because I like to give it. I don't want it just to be a box. The NES that you saw that I built, that's on the beginning of the stream here, it literally looks like it's just a GameCube. That's all it is. It's just a game box. And once you get inside, though, it looks really immaculate. But on the outside, it just looks like a regular NES. For those young guys that are going, what in the world is NES? That's Nintendo Entertainment System. Still widely used by this generation. Wait a minute. So I gotta double check that because yes, I did. Okay, it looks good. It'll look fine when I'm done. Trust me. Ah, didn't mean to put two yet. It's all right. I'll tell you what though. The only way you're gonna get this ship to be built on your server. Let's see, did I do it right? Yeah, okay, I did. Is if you have so many materials you can build it. Not many people are gonna go for a capital ship with a billion blocks on it. There's just no way. They're just gonna be like, well, dude, there's too many blocks. You need to make it smaller so we can use it. Well, challenging as it is, you can build every ship on the server that's in the workshop if you decide to choose. And got single player modes of this game that actually allows you to have your own private time. You can set up your own server either through their services here or have a friend join you in single player. Or you can go to neutralo.com and get your own server. Now, the servers there are relatively inexpensive, and they're nothing like um, ID3, which is a whole lot more expensive than any serving system. This is all euros, and they they yeah they make it so expensive you can't afford it. Let's just put it that way. They want to make sure that no one can use their systems unless they pay them lots of money because they're hungry for money. They are hungry for your money, honey, and that ain't funny. Alright. These are generators. These will supply your ship with the energy it needs to run all systems and components. Without these, you don't have a ship running. So keep these things nice and clean and repaired whenever possible. They're usually the first thing to go. The more of those you have, also the better, because then you have to consider all the variables. I may have not got that one all the way back. Nope, I sure didn't. I'm a bit of a perfectionist. If it doesn't fit, it didn't go there. Alright, that's better. I think I did 5 each row. Yes, I did. Okay. I'm gonna have to get myself a lot more of these boxes, yes. It is dangerous to put your ammo boxes near your fuel cells. However, I'm not going to encounter a mob that's going to be able to kill me right off the bat. It's usually the players you got to watch out for. The aliens in this game are challenging, to say the least. But they're not impossible to beat. Now, you're probably saying to yourself, why are you putting so many ammo? There's no way I'm going to be able to fill up all the ammo in this ship with all the ammo that I have. It will take a month of mining and digging and digging and mining to get all the ammo built for this thing to take it on its maiden voyage. But there's no point of waiting. Just take it for a friggin' flight. You know, it's not going anywhere. Oh, yeah. That's a problem right there. That's what I don't like. When it's in the wrong place. But I want to be able to seal it up. It's going to be an air pocket in there. I don't want to damn. Here we go again. I need to get this right if I'm going to be up night. Okay. Hardest part is duplicating. Now, if I could just drag a mouse and copy each section and recreate it, as long as I had the materials, that'd be awesome. But no, they didn't give you that ability. Imagine having about 10 of these things designed around your planet, protects your planet. Yeah, I can say that you're definitely not going to have to worry about anybody kicking your butt anytime soon. Oh, crap. That's funny. Alright, I gotta get some more RCS2s, as you can see. Um, Actually, I think I just need to get these boxes in place. Good. Yeah, getting the inside done is going to be a bit more. Because I usually do the inside, then I do the outside later. But I never get the inside and outside done. I gotta make them fit. So that's what I'm going to do. You know what? I know exactly what those midsection tentacles are going to be. I know what I'm going to do. Yeah. Makes perfect sense to me. Yep. Living quarters are going to be in the center sections of the ship. Theoretically, these things right here will be dropped off on plants and left there, and these come up. But with the way the design is right now, it probably won't work that way. So no worries about that. Okay, so I got both sides ready to be sealed. I'm not going to seal them just yet. I'm going to continue to build by working on the back quarter here. Reason being is because I gotta figure out what I'm gonna do with this. This is my biggest worry right now. Alright. Okay. Yeah, I think it's a block difference. So it should be okay. I'm not done here yet. I've got to sort of do something with this. And I plan on doing something with this anyways. Actually, I know what I could do here. I just have to build myself up first and get one thing done at a time. Alright, so to work on the back, I have to come up with a little new strategy, a whole new design. Alright, let me see what we got here. I need a guider point, so this is where it's going to be. Alright, so now see, I'm short one block. That's not right. This is where it's got to end. Gosh, I do need that there. Yeah. I gotta close that up. Okay, now I need a top point. Ooh. Okay, yeah, that's right. I almost forgot. So you gotta extend out. Apparently, my design's a slight flaw. But that's one. Okay. Never mind. It's okay. I need 5 deep. Three. I might end up having to do something with that by itself. 4. And the last one's 5. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, we're good to go on that one. Then one more for the final squaring before the rest of the ship gets built. Alright, that's done there. Now I've got to fill in this section here. inside here for a minute. I gotta make sure this is equal to, because if it's not, it'll look tackier than hell. And welcome to the Halls of Shame, starring Shame itself. I think that I did something wrong here. Yeah, I did. Let me check the distance and the measurement on this, make sure it's the right way. It is. Okay. Alright, so now, like I said, I do have this little issue of this right here. So what's going to have to be done there should be relatively easy to figure out. So let's do this. Let's grab this. Put that right there like that. Now what I'm trying to do here is to come up with a feasible idea for a floor plan that doesn't exist yet. Alright, so once we get these out of the way, then I can determine the internal floor plan of this whole place. Alright. Now, undoubtedly, I'm going to need to have the area here level. So, without a reason of doubt. Now you see, that could be wrong and it could be right. I think that maybe I'm wrong. I shouldn't have it that high. Oops. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make it elevated. I'm not going to even have it that high. One floor down should be sufficient. Because underneath this thing is where we store a bunch of other stuff. So the floor level, see this under here, could be a whole new area, flooring. 2 blocks tall, which means it could literally be a lower section of the ship. And of course there will be another section of the ship after that, and so on and so forth. So if I leave the floors flat, the ships will have to come in, and they'll literally have to come in and then come down before they go in there. So it was not a straight run where you could slide in there. So it's deliberate. It's a deliberate mistake. Besides, it's supposed to be a cargo ship anyway. It's not really a ship hauler, but you never know. I've got to work on this little escape pod for these things. I'll be working on another little design too eventually, so hopefully that'll float. So I'm going to go ahead and floor the floors here and get that set up on all 5 pods to determine the massness of it. And these rooms will be pretty big. There won't be a lot of room for mistakes here. Ooh, excuse me. Ooh. I had dinner and it was good, but now it's kicking my butt on the inside and making me make funny noises. I'm on a diet, so I try to lose a little weight. But it's more like a seafood diet. I have seafood, I eat food. Okay. It's hard to tell anything in here because of the same colorness of it, but it's actually going to turn out pretty nice, I think. It really will. Yeah, it's going to be a bit big, but whatever. Looks like I am all out of those big blocks. So guess what, people? Well, so you know what I gotta do? I gotta get more blocks. Yes. Capital vessel, hardened steel blocks, combat steel blocks. Boom, 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 boom. There we go. That should last me for a little while. At least a day or two. If I'm so lucky to build a day or two. So if you're checking out Empyrion Galactic Survival, this is the game to play. It's a lot like Minecraft, except you don't have the silly this lurker thing that comes around and blows you up. And you don't have to worry about square trees and square rocks and square sheep and square people blocks and all the ridiculous content. Now, it's a good building game. But it's just like this, it takes forever. I might as well do something that I enjoy and not play something I don't. Minecraft's a little blocky for me. This, at least, you can change the shapes. Get a little more variety and stuff. I'm sure a lot of people will probably agree with me on that one. I'm hoping they agree. If you don't agree, then leave a comment at the bottom. And we'll get back to that. Ah, what did I do? It didn't work. Decorating with the texture tool and the shape tool. It's just, I mean, this. Yeah, this is a huge freaking boat. I don't think I need more than 4 tiers. I mean,
Sure, it'd give it a little more depth and perception if I made 5 or 6. Super long, super industrial, but I don't know. First off, I want to be able to find a place on the planet to actually land this sucker like this, because otherwise you're not going to be building anything that's useful. Okay. Yep. This is the front, which is going to be different. It'll be connected in some fashion. I'm going to definitely have to do the middle first to get that completed to the point of connection here. Because what's going to happen here is I'm going to need to figure out the distance. So it should be really easy to do. Let me go ahead and count these blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So, and actually, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay. So theoretically, yes, there's going to be a floor here. It will be protected on the inside if I do a 5th tier design, which I very well could do. Or this could be another totally different section of the ship that doesn't have anything to do with it. But seeing the logic of that would be wrong. I would probably just go with building this into another segment of the blocks. But this one will have more flooring in it. Alright. Now, the back of the ship has to be somewhat longer than the regular blocks because of the whole concept of the warp drive and going in here. It's a bit of a challenge. So let me think of a design real quick, and then we'll get started on the back portion of the ship to prepare it for great things. I'll be right back. I gotta go turn off an annoying alarm. So, anyways, this is going to actually be an extension of an extension, so I can build this with this. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to build this section here to connect to a top portion that goes up here. Now, reason for it is I'm going to have it so that it looks like they're universally clamped. And to do that, I need to make a large, let's see, I'm going to go ahead and do this. Let me see, what do we got here? I got to measure this. Looks like there to there. Let's see. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So yeah, it's a little off. So now we're going to go back. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. How many do we have in the middle here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So there's 21 blocks going across here. Perfect. Keeps it somewhat nice. So let me think for a minute. Yep, I think we can work that. If there's one thing I love about the holidays, that's fucking eggnog. Excuse my language. Stuff is gonna make me fatter than I ever want to be. So I gotta stop drinking it now. Okay. Gonna make it this wide. We're gonna push this section here to a new level. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and start working on the top portion of the middle blocks. Excuse me. Level 23. Those points that you get for leveling up, you use those to memorize. You can start learning how to build things. I'll go through that as soon as I'm done with this, because I'm going to end up being level 25 soon, which is the max level at the moment. So I think I will wait for that to occur so that I can just throw them all in. I'm not learning how to craft new things because I'm not using them to craft. Oh, this is great. I don't know what happened there, but it didn't quite do what I wanted it to do. Ah, it went too far. Yeah, buddy. See how fast I use a block of blocks up? It's crazy. It really is. It's very nutty. Little nutty. But that is shit, Austin. Okay. Alright. So let's put this here. Okay. This connects this to this. Alright, Fazzle. Take it. Alright then. Of course. Okay. You probably wonder what I'm going to do with this area. These areas here that are going to be filled in, they're going to have various textures and designs on them. I might make it, I don't know, look realistically, I don't know. Some whatever's got to go up there has got to go up there. Because you don't want it to look the same all the way around. It's got to be sort of designed properly. Yes, sir. That's what I was thinking. Looks like I may have done one thing wrong here. No, that's alright. Oh, yeah, yeah. Actually, yeah. Okay. These can be super extended by one more. Um, hmm, I'm curious. Nope, they won't set that way. Hmm. They don't have that build. They don't have that actually yet. So the top and the bottom, I gotta be different. Bottom's gonna be a little fun. These are ship ports, so there's gonna be enough room for 2 ships or more. And then these are the residentials or cargo holds. Yeah, it'd be good for cargo holding systems. Have it set up with low tier blocks, elevators, and so on. Anyways, that's what I'm doing. So, if you want to continue to build, go ahead and throw some likes up there, throw some comments, and I will be back to build some more. But I'm going to stop for now. I'm a bit tired and worn out from the rest of the day. Feel free to join me next week or next time I come, and we'll play again. Until then, you have a great night, and I will see you on the other side. You have a good one.